I was using the post hole digger as a tripod for the camera when we were about to dig the holes.
One of us was.
So we have a really exciting project this time for you. We're going to be building a chicken coop. What do you think? How's it going to go?
Well, Karen wants to have guinea hens to eat the bugs in the garden, so we're going to build this chicken coop. I think it's going to go well. We got the time and we got the tools. We're going to have a lot of fun. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it should really be a fun project, both for us and for you guys. The biggest challenge we're going to face is we don't have power down there. So for any of our bigger tools, like our miter saw, is what? Generator, power station, something like that?
Yeah, probably. We got them, but we'll see what we need.
Yep. Awesome. Well, let's get to it, guys. So here are all the materials that we're going to be using. We've got some roofing material. We've got some 4x4 posts. We've got a whole bunch of OSB board, and then we also have some aesthetically pleasing plywood that we're going to be using for the outside of the chicken coop that's going to get painted. So we actually found instructions online for this chicken coop that we're going to be building. It's not an original idea, but we are modifying it a little bit. So they did not use bags of concrete to secure it in the plans that we found, and that's something that we are going to do. We get a lot of wind around here when thunderstorms and stuff like that come through, so we don't want there to be any risk of this chicken coop blowing over. Alright, Mom, so we're building this chicken coop for your guinea hens that you're getting. What do you think? Are you excited?
I am very excited to get my guinea hens in my house built because I can't wait for them to eat all the bugs around here.
Yeah, Mom is putting in quite the garden here. All these rows that she dug. So we're getting the guinea hens so that she doesn't have bugs in the garden this summer. So this is our DeWalt portable power station. This is what we're going to be using to power our miter saw. Alright, so we added 20 inches to this because we're sinking it into the ground. So in theory, their height was 26.5 inches, so we need to add 20 inches to that. So it's going to be 46.5 inches off of the base that we want the bottom 2x4 to be sitting at. So here's what we've got going on. The original plan was we were going to connect our cross beams with these 2x4 brackets that you see. And we're really not very happy with how that's looking. You might be able to see that it's kind of creating a gap. So all of our measurements are going to be off. So what we've decided is we have a Craig jig. So what we're going to do is instead of using these 2x4 brackets, we're going to use the Craig jig and actually just create holes with that to mount these 2x4s instead. That way the 2x4 is flush to the 4x4 and we're not going to have that gap. It'll be a stronger joint, and overall I just think it's probably the right way to do the job. Okay, so here's the progress that we've made so far. We've got our 2 end pieces for our framing for the chicken coop put together. So we've got one over here, and then the other one's over here. So we have these 2 pieces put together, and we ended up using our Craig jig instead of the brackets with some wood glue to secure these pieces together. We've got a 2x4 for our lower support and a 2x2 for our upper support. Now, what we're going to do at this point is we're going to use this as a guide for where our holes need to be that we're going to dig down with the post hole digger. And from there, we're going to go ahead and dig the holes. We're going to get these 2 pieces set individually in place, and then we'll be able to put our crossbars together and draw it all into being one.
I'm getting hangry.
We just got back from dinner. You can't be hangry yet.
I'm getting beery angry.
Oh. Bangry? Is that a word? Is bangry a word? Beer angry? I think that might be our new saying.
Somewhere.
Pretty sure it's past 5 o'clock here.
When you're retired, it's always 5 o'clock.
So we're really close to having the basic frame of our chicken coop together. We're having to use a ratchet strap to pull everything into being square until we get our other 2x2 mounted up to the frame of the chicken coop. So once that is mounted up, that'll help hold everything in square for us. We've got the frame done. It's the end of the day. It's starting to get dark on us, so we're going to stop. We didn't get quite as far as we wanted to. We were hoping to get the concrete poured for our foundation, but we didn't get quite that far, but that's all right. We got all of the framing done for the general shape of the coop. Looks pretty good. We've got this ratchet strap up on here until we get a little bit more support up there, just because of this 2x2. But I think it's looking pretty good. Starting to look kind of like a chicken coop. It's day 2 on the chicken coop build. Yesterday we got the basic structure together, so today we need to level it out and we need to pour the concrete for the foundation that's going to secure it into the ground. How do you think yesterday went?
I think it went great. I love the Craig jig. We had some warped wood. We got that straightened up, let the glue set up, and today we just got to do a little bit of getting everything level and fill the post holes with some concrete.
Awesome. Let's get to it. Alright, so we got our frame leveled up, our foundation set with the concrete in the holes. Our frame's all level, looking good. So now all we've got to do is just wait, give it a couple of days for this concrete to set up, and then we'll be back out here to finish up the chicken coop.